Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Yesterday, it was one of the top news stories that there was a deadly knife attack in Japan. And for anyone who saw the mainstream coverage, they routinely repeated that it was one of the deadliest attacks in Japan since World War II. Recall, not long ago, Japan ended its stance of pacifism, which had been in place since the end of World War II. Pacifism is the stance that you will not participate in war. Japan became a pacifist nation at the end of World War II. They recently ended that. And in a lot of media headlines, there's been several clues for a world war to come. I think this story is more propaganda to remind us of the path we're on. Let me show you what's so significant about these headlines and what it reminds of the close of World War II. 19 killed in Japan knife attack has gematria of 93, just like propaganda. And one of the most memorable events from the end of World War II is the dropping of the atomic bomb, which also has gematria of 93. And it's something that I sometimes wonder if it was truly propaganda to scare the people of the world. Japan, the island, has had many nuclear atomic disasters, even outside of World War II. There's been several nuclear tests that have gone wrong where radiation has contaminated the island of Japan. You think about Fukushima, you think about all these nuclear disasters. Based on what we're told here in the United States about nuclear fallout, it seems that Japan shouldn't even exist as a nation. So there's something very suspicious. Sometimes I wonder if atomic bombs, nuclear weapons, if they're not just fear-mongering meant to scare the people of the world as they do. I grew up in an area, the Pacific Northwest, where the homes in the neighborhood, not nice homes at all, but just homes from the era they were built during the time of the Cold War, the end of the World War, all these homes in this neighborhood have bomb shelters. It shows how real the fear was even in the northwest corner of the United States. What I'm saying is true of my neighborhood is true of so many other neighborhoods throughout this nation. A nation that's been living under fear of attack from deadly weapons, deadly viruses, and more. The date of Hiroshima, August 6th, 1945, that's interesting because 19, when written out as a word, has gematria of 86. The Hiroshima attack was on August 6th, 8/6. That was a date with 59 numerology. The word kill in Jewish gematria equals 59. That was a date with 33 numerology. Very special number to Freemasonry. A number often coded in propaganda, false flags, and wrongdoing. False flag in gematria also sums to 33. With regards to Japan and World War, Japan has gematria of 42. War equals 42 in simple English gematria. World War equals 42 in Pythagorean gematria. Japan, one of the nations very powerful in World War II, supposedly attacked us at Pearl Harbor to get us involved in World War II. Pearl Harbor is also the same date from World War I where we declared war against Austria-Hungary. And in simple English gematria, World War sums to 114, so does Pearl Harbor, so does Holocaust. They said this was a knife attack. Knife attack also has the same gematria as death, story of death and killing, numbers we often find, 38. Here's the reporting. At least 19 people were killed and 26 injured. Notice 19 plus 26 is 45, the year of the bombing of Hiroshima. A stabbing spree at a facility for disabled people west of Tokyo, making it one of Japan's deadliest mass killings since World War II. 9 men and 10 women, ranging in age from 18 to 70, were killed in the attack. 9, when written out, has gematria of 42, just like Japan. 10, when written out, has gematria of 39. That's a number important to the Zionist bankers who create these wars for profit, power, and control. 9 men and 10 women ranging in age from 18 to 70 were killed in the attack. Add those numbers together, it sums to 88. 8 represents time, cycles, circles. The powers that be are plotting wars by the numbers throughout time. Officer Satomi Kirihara of the Sagamihara Fire Department confirmed the death toll at the Sukui Yamayurian facility. And apologies if I'm butchering these words. In Sagamihara, a residential area approximately 40 kilometers, 25 miles west of the capital. You know why they wanted to put 25 in there? Because massacre equals 25. This is a story of a stabbing massacre. Satoshi Uematsu, a 26-year-old who worked at the facility until February, broke in through a window about 2 a.m. February is the only month with 42 gematria, again connecting to Japan, war, World War. Kanagawa prefecture officials said at a news conference. Police said they received a call from an employee of the facility reporting the attack, according to a state broadcaster NHK. N14, H8, K11, added together 33. Remember, Hiroshima bombing on a date with 33 numerology, an attack ordered by the 33rd President Truman, who replaced Roosevelt, who died by the numbers on the 33rd parallel. He also ordered the first 2 atomic tests on the 33rd parallel in New Mexico. About 3 a.m., Uematsu turned himself in at the Sagamihara police station carrying a blood-stained knife and cloth, officials said. So this guy went in, killed all these people with a knife. I mean, he killed 19, injured 26 more. That means he attacked 45 people at least. Gets away, and then turns himself in. Does this story sound like contrived propaganda or what? The name of the officer, Satomi Kirihara, gematria of 226, a number often paired with 93. When you write out 226, it sums to 93. Remember all the 93 coding in this story, propaganda, atomic bomb. If you take away the officer, the name in Pythagorean gematria also sums to 65 and 74. Masonic equals 74. The location, the department, Sagamihara, has gematria 42, just like Japan, just like war, just like World War. The name of the attacker in gematria sums to 47, 56, and 74. 47 and 74, very important numbers to the Zionists who create this news as riddles, as ongoing narratives, cluing the people into what's to come. His name in simple English gematria also sums to 191, which is the 43rd prime number. Massacre also has gematria 43. This is the worst massacre since World War II in Japan. The name of the bureau chief reporting, Motoko Rich, gematria 55, just like Hiroshima. The story codes out to the date of the Hiroshima bombing. See what else they got here. This mention of 7.5 acres reminds me of 75. New World Order equals 75. The Masonic Zionist Jew World Order is the New World Order, impacting pretty much all nations standing at this day and age. They mentioned this attack from this cult years earlier. I'll just read this right here. The last time Sagamihara made global headlines was in 2012 when Naoko Kikuchi, a member of the Japanese Doomsday cult responsible for the 1995 nerve gas attack on the Tokyo subway, was arrested. Doomsday has gematria of 33 and 42. The attack killed 13 people and injured more than 5,500 people. The cult, Shinrikyo, was responsible for another sarin gas attack the previous year that killed 7 people and sickened some 200 more. That cult, gematria of 163, the 38th prime, again, death equals 38, knife attack equals 38. The people of the world, they like to terrorize us with propaganda. If people really were killed in Japan, what they probably did was had, some military man who takes orders, do a false flag attack, and then they just report it by the numbers. Who knows if 19 people were really killed or 26 injured? I suspect this is all propaganda, but if it really was executed, have no doubt that this was a planned event, a false flag, part of the coded ongoing narrative. So just wanted to share this information. If you want to learn how to gematria yourself, I'm going to link the How to Gematria video in the description. Learn this knowledge. You'll be able to see through these news headlines in record time. Until next time, Truth Seeker. Core, I want to show a parallel to a similar incident in Japan's history with stabbing. First, I want to point out that the date of the attack, July 25th, 2016, was also a date with 68 numerology. And if you think about the date of the Hiroshima bombing, August 6th, that date can also be written 6/8 as well as 8/6. In Japan's history, they had this massacre on June 8th, 2008. June 8th can be written 8/6 or 6/8. Also, if you add this date, 6 plus 8 is 14, plus 20 is 34, plus 8 more is 42, like Japan, like the very relevant numbers to war in World War II. This incident, what it's known as, in Gematria, also sums to 59, again connecting to kill. Kill in Jewish Gematria equals 59. The date numerology of Hiroshima, 59. This is what goes on every day worldwide in news headlines. Coded stories by the numbers put on as propaganda to keep people fearful and intimidated. The original definition of terrorism is government by intimidation, and so many of us throughout the world experience that. It's true from Japan to the United States. In both nations, it's the Zionist Jews controlling what's on TV. Look at what time that attack happened. 12:33, of course. Until next time.